welcome to our 56th episode. This is, let me start again. This is JLC TV Live. I'm Jack Walsh. I'm going to be the host. And if you're new to the channel, this is an ever-evolving journey, an ever-evolving adventure of ours, where we take to YouTube and we go live every 1 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday, to try and depict and trying to understand this ever-evolving world of technology that we're in. We're an IT distributor. We started off life as an e-commerce company under the name Jammy Lizard, JL Gaming. And and ever since then, we've been evolving, and we're now into the B2B area. We deal exclusively with IT resellers here in the UK and in Europe. IT resellers who then sell on to the end user, the customers, the big entities, or the SMEs of the world. So we distribute our technology under the JLC brand. We also work with other brands as well, such as Eurovo, Blackview, Gumdrop, Orkey, and many others as well. It's in that technology space. We also deal with Samsung devices as well, so we're selling quite a lot of those. So it is an ever-evolving journey for us, and we just want to try and understand how we can become more kind of authentic to our user base as well, and just create another form of revenue as well. As my role here at JLC is account director, so I look after some of the UK's largest IT resellers. I also look after all things new business as well. So head of new business could be new business as in new customers that we're dealing with. Perhaps there's new VARs that are coming on the market, a lot of acquisitions happening on the marketplace as well, which is exciting. We've got to keep our eye on that. There's always new resellers entering the realm.
1 second. Jeffrey says your mic is making a weird noise against your shirt.
Jeffrey, great comms. Is it even on? Is it on? It's not on.
Oh, maybe it was mine. I'll take mine off then.
Testing. Hello, Jeffrey, is that better? Jeffrey, thanks for... Can you let me know if it's better, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, that was actually good comms. We're a technology firm. These things happen. Technology isn't always guaranteed. Things like this do happen. And because we are live as well, we need to adapt accordingly. But hoping the comms are clear. Let me know if they're not, please, Jeffrey. If not, I will proceed as...
He hasn't
said?
He just said no worries.
All right. I'm sure if there were any worries, he would let us know.
So it must be okay.
So anyway, look, we're always evolving, always got to keep our ears to the ground. It could be new product as well that we try and introduce as a new form of revenue. This YouTube piece is essentially another form of revenue, which would, when eventually we get a lot larger, we get a much bigger audience than we do at the moment. At least 20 or 30 in 1,000, 40,000, whatever. So I guess this is just another route for us as well. But today is Monday, and today is Monday. We talk about news stories that are dominating the tech market space, and I'm going to go through them kind of briefly and give you my first initial response as well. And also, if you've got any response or any thoughts or any views on the show or on the topics that we're going to talk about on this show, then please do contact in, because I don't claim to know everything. I mean, I've just been doing this for a small portion of my life, so it's not been... I'm always open to new theories. I'm always open to new views as well. I'm coming at this with an open mind. I think you have to be. I think you do. So if we're all good on the comms.
No, Jeffrey said the sound is still cracking. Maybe we try no mics today.
It's really frustrating.
Okay, we'll go.
How about this? That's really weird, isn't it? That's annoying.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's flashing like that. Does that mean it's okay?
I don't know why it's flashing. Does
it normally flash?
No, not normally.
Is it struggling?
It's because I've unplugged that. That's why it's trying to find something to...
Should we try and plug it in? Just give it a go? Because I know there's a bit echo in here. But that's fine. Okay. Let's just go into it then, because I think, let's just abandon those. That's fine. So the first story that is dominating our tech world as we know it, and I think everyone knows this one as well. I expect this is going to be an obvious one. The SpaceX. Elon Musk is at it again with his rockets. I don't know if did you see the video?
I actually didn't. I didn't see
epic.
anything.
It is this huge show. So it isn't the, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong here. It isn't the largest rocket we've sent into space. However, it is the largest rocket we've sent into space, and it coming back
most rockets, right, they go out into space and then we never see them again.
So is there people on the rocket?
No, there's no one on this one. So this is just a testing method. It sends it out into space, into the orbit, and then it comes back, and they bring back. The whole point of Elon, I think from sort of reading into this, the whole point of Elon Musk's venture into space travel is for it to become economically viable to a point where the most expensive cost is the products and the materials used to send these spacecraft into space, right? So that if they don't come back, then that's just wasted money. So the fact is, Elon Musk has come up with an idea to bring them back into orbit, and you watch this thing come in hot, literally hot. It's coming in, and then it gets caught by this, I don't know, this launch pad, like elevated launch pad, and I think it's his 5th attempt. I think he's thrown a lot of money at it. It was a successful launch, so it marks history. I think it could be the next step in intergalactical travel between human beings. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool to observe. It's cool to see, and it's great to be to be a generation that's part of that.
What's its like? Why is it going to space? For what purpose?
So I think he's always on about. I think obviously there's a few avenues. So like the travel and tourism industry, I think being able to go out into space in the not so near future, I think would be a great revenue stream. Just to be able to go out into like the outer orbit, I think Virgin Atlantic as well. No, Galactic. Sorry, Virgin Galactic are touching on that. They did their first commercial flight. I think,
that's
not
cool.
too long ago. I remember because I actually signed up to be a part of it. They were doing it free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I signed in. They didn't choose me. So yeah, I think that could be a good venue. I think he talks about occupying Mars as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure whether that's just like the new moon landing or not, but there are places So what I don't understand, right? There are, and I don't know whether it's because it's not sexy, it's not cool, but everyone. So we've discovered more of in context, in like proportion. We've discovered more of space than we have our own planet, which
That's
is
mad.
wild. There are places in the world which we've never been because we're unable to, because of the pressure, because of underneath the water and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's crazy how we're spending so much money on like trying to go out into. I guess when you look up, you see the stars and it's so inviting. Whereas I'm not sure if there's money or interest on people going underneath the water, in the water.
Did you see there was a comet that you could see? I think it's still visible tonight as well, but it's the first time in 80,000 years.
Really?
And, yeah, you have to look west, but yeah, it was the last 2 nights, but we went to see it, but we couldn't see it. But
You went to see it?
yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, we couldn't see anything.
I know that there was a what's it? You know all the colours in the sky?
Oh, the Northern Lights.
Northern
yeah.
Lights recently.
I didn't see that either, but I just saw everyone's pictures on
I saw a little
Instagram.
bit, but it's hard because I'm next to the Bristol City ground.
Oh, so
I
it's
live
already
next to
light.
Bristol City, so I can see all the yellow lights. I get a lot of light pollution around.
Yeah, I couldn't see it from Portishead, but then there's a lot of light pollution.
A lot of
there as
light
well.
pollution, yeah. I think you have to go into the sticks, but that is cool. So the first time in 85,000 years.
Something like that, yeah. That it won't be seen again for that long. It only happens every 80,000 years.
So is this comet spinning around us? Is this it's never going out of our atmosphere?
I'm not sure, but it is only visible for 3 days. But it's getting further and further away, so it won't be as clear tonight. But you should be able to see it tonight.
That's crazy. I heard a cool crazy theory. So well, not even a theory. It's just I guess it all is a theory. But Brian Cox, you know who Brian Cox is?
Oh yeah.
Brian Cox, I love the way he talks. The way he's just so like smooth and just real cool with it. He was saying that all the stars in our sky, so like if space is eternal, it's like is infinite, and we're forever expanding, right? And it's already expanded. Then technically we should be able to. The sky should be littered with stars. It should be, because if there's infinite possibilities, infinite stars, there should be a star where every bit of black is. But because because space is always expanding, that means that we haven't expanded into the stars yet. Apparently, I don't know. It kind of made sense. But when you look up and you only see a few stars, like statistically, there should be, if space is infinite, there should be stars everywhere. In every bit, it should never be black.
Oh really?
Apparently.
Oh okay.
It's
That'd
just
be mad.
boggles the mind, doesn't it?
It does. It's just never ending. That is mad. It's a mad thought.
So if you look at this room, right? So this room essentially, look, follow me on this now. So if you look hindsight, it looks pretty plain, yeah. But if you were to magnetize that like 100 times or maybe 500 times, it would look like space. Do you know what I mean? As in the atoms that build up this wall. It would be similar to what we know as space.
Oh, really?
And if you put that in context of how big we are compared to all the atoms and everything else it takes up to build this wall, it would be similar. So, and now you could apply that logic to space as we know it. We're just a tiny little atom. We might as well be something that's built up in this wall.
Oh, what? There's just that massive space behind it. That's
Yeah. It is cool. So I guess you can see the attraction as to why people want to explore space, because it's so unknown. It's, who wants to go into the ocean? I mean, obviously there are a few people that do, and there are a lot of people that do. And there's a lot of commercially as well. And there's a lot of materials, a lot of mining happens at the bottom of the ocean. So commercially it does make sense to go down there. But in terms of philanthropy, going out, bettering the human position, humankind, going out into space is probably more sexy and it's more like headlining,
Yeah, it sounds cooler than
It does sound
just
cooler.
going in
It's like,
the sea.
great, we went to like the lowest point we've ever been in Antarctica. I'd be like, great, what's down there? Like, don't know, can't see anything.
Yeah.
At least in space, like, you can kind of see like, stars and moons and planets and so Elon Musk is out, and there's a few stories about Elon Musk. I'll probably go to it, but the next one is the most expensive substance found, right? So the most expensive substance. So I think most expensive substance, you think jasmine, you think, no, not jasmine, sorry, you think like diamonds and things like that, gold, or but no, it is called, let's have a look, it's nitrogen atom base oh no.
I can't remember the word now, we were practicing it.
Fluorescence. Oh my god. It's atom based there, nitrogen atom based. So essentially it's used, and it's worth 160 million pounds per gram. And it's like a tiny little, it's like a little bit like a bit of powder, but it's used for GPS system, very, very, very small. So at the moment, the current clocks for the GPS are about the size of a room. Let's have a look here. I'm not going to try and claim that I know it. I just read the article. So it's accurate atom clocks. Traditionally, atom clocks supposedly are the size of a room. If you knew that already, I didn't know that. I didn't even know there were such things as atom clocks. But atom clocks it's very accurate in terms of GPS, and apparently they use this kind of product to create this atom-based clock. So they're going to be this kinds of material, this new material substance found, is going to be used to create very, 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 very small atom-based clocks that could potentially find its way into our smartphones. So all of a sudden, turning a clock that's the size of a room now actually into the size of your iPhone or your smartphone. So again, a great feat for sure. But 160 million pounds per gram, that is insane. Any more questions? Any questions at this point about these stories?
Well, Kelly says hello.
Hello, Kelly.
And
Welcome.
she wants to know what the news with JLC is on this Monday.
The news is, right, we're currently going through it, Kelly. We've talked about SpaceX sending the largest, most powerful rocket to date, and then actually bringing it back. That's the key point, because we've sent rockets into space all day long. We've probably done too much of it. We've been sending rockets left, right, and centre, and then we just discard. We wash our hands with them. We send satellites and all that kind of stuff. There's just so much rubbish up there because space is so big. It's always been our way, isn't it? Like I feel like we're so behind in that area, and I'm talking about human beings as a race. Like we just get rid of things, like we bury it. We bury our rubbish. We've got no real way. We produce all these products, and we've got no real way of getting rid of them. And we either bury them or we send them into space. There's have you ever watched Futurama?
I was just thinking it sounds like a Futurama when they get rid of the rubbish.
The rubbish.
Yeah,
and they send it to the sun.
Yeah, they do, don't they? And then there's other
and then it comes
planets.
back. It comes back, and then what they do is they create. It's like this huge meteoroid that's coming to Earth, and I don't know why I'm going to comment there, but Earth, and and then they get their way of combating it is to send an equally as large rubbish ball, and they send it there to meet it and knock it off course, but creating twice as much rubbish. I just feel like we've not created a way of like sustainably getting rid of our rubbish. You know, we've coming up with all these like new materials and, you know, selling ways on. I guess it's not. No one cares enough, really. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, lack of understanding as well, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Like we don't really, because really, like, you know, you've got your rubbish at home, you've got your recycling at home. You know, you've got your brown, you've got your clear plastics, you've got, you know, but we don't really understand. We don't really know where that goes. I mean, I think a lot of it does go overseas, but I mean, I've never seen a landfill like up close. I expect it's probably pretty disturbing. Can you imagine?
It must be horrible.
It must be horrible. And
Kelly said, "Did you know that 2 people are stuck on the space station right now?"
Really?
Apparently.
No, I didn't know that. Ken. I didn't know that. Maybe that's what Elon Musk is doing, trying to send a rocket up to go get. Actually, I did hear this because they go up in cycles. I think. I don't know.
What did they do? What, they just sit on the space station?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, they're not. They're gonna come back, but yeah, they might just have to like miss a birthday or something. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad place to be stuck. God, what a place to be up there.
It'd be quite scary, I think.
I would.
To start with, it'd be really fun, and then I think it'd be a bit like, how am I getting back?
And also, if we have like a breach or anything like that, it would just be instant death.
That's mad.
Yeah, it would be. But I mean, imagine that, like waking up like, just on space station, like there's our Earth, there's like infinite space. God, wow. Yeah, it's amazing. But anyway, so next story. If we haven't got any more questions.
No more questions at the moment.
Next story. Elon Musk, at it again. Elon Musk, the cyber cab. Tell me what you know about the cyber cab.
The cyber cow?
The cyber cab.
No, I haven't heard about it.
It's an autonomous, self-driving robo-taxi. It kind of looks like his like the kind of other, you know, the one that Ken drives our.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but 3-door, and yeah, no steering wheel. It kind of gets in it, and it was all a bit. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think he's really pushing for that autonomous level. I mean, he was saying as well. So your car, right? You'll probably pay. Let's say you pay monthly for your car, and or you own your car outright, whatever. You probably only, if you're working Monday to Friday, you're kind of only driving your car like to your job, and then back, and then maybe a little bit on the weekend. So maybe you're driving it like 16 hours, maybe a week.
Yeah.
All the rest of the time, your car's not doing anything. The car's just sat there, and you think about all that money you spend on that car. Or depending on what car you have, of course, but it still costs you money.
That's true, not actually using it very much.
Not using it. So he's saying that being autonomous, having an autonomous car, your car could go out and work for you.
That's mad.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean,
be like an Uber for you?
Well, it could be, yeah. Obviously, I'm not sure how it would work in terms of like wear and tear, but it's up to you, like whether you could make it work for you, or like so you could like do it and it come back and it like smells.
That'd be horrible. Like, who's been in here today?
I'm not sure I'm going to use this car again. I'm not sure. Where have you been? It's like, where have you been, car? Oh, I don't know how you do it, but I mean, it's interesting. And they had the robots as well. You see the robots?
I did see those, yeah.
This is like, has no one seen our robot here? Like, it literally gave me that vibes.
How they walked was really interesting.
It looked, yeah, the interaction. I always find it really, they're quite awkward, aren't they? Autonomous robots. Like,
I don't know. They kind of freaks me out a little bit. Those sorts of things.
I remember I watched a video of like 2 Chains. I don't know why.
I don't know that.
He was there, and it's just his eyes, and he was like speaking to one, and it was always a bit awkward. Like they tried to be funny, and they didn't understand the humour, and he was like, they were trying to be funny. I'm like, man, that's just awkward. It's a robot.
It's just like ChatGPT, I guess.
Yeah. But supposedly these iRobots are going to be like, I call them iRobots. So what are they called? They call something else. I think they're called iRobots. That name has definitely been taken. But what are they called? Optimus. Optimus, they call them.
Oh, that's cool.
Little Optimus Primes. But they said they could cost up to $30,000 per unit.
And what would someone use them for? Like in a warehouse or like?
Well, you use them in a warehouse or use them at home.
Oh right, what, just
like
cleaning or
walk your dog, clean. I mean, 30 grand. Like I don't know. Like I could probably water the plants myself But like, I don't know, like, except take mail for you.
Oh, okay, like just being like
Just,
like
yeah,
a house
yeah.
person.
I mean, you think about it, insurance could go down. Because if you've got your autonomous there, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I only say that recently because I had to do my home insurance, and it was like, it went up because we're not there all the time. But if you're there all the time, then obviously you're less likely to get a break-in or something like that, or something to go wrong because someone's there.
Oh, okay.
So I guess having an autonomous Optimus there maybe could drop that. I don't know. It'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it?
It would be mad. I wonder if that'll ever happen. I've seen those Amazon delivery robot things on the street before.
Have you?
Yeah, it's in like I think they were trialing them somewhere random, like Milton Keynes or somewhere.
Really?
You just see this little like robot car driving down the road.
What?
It was really weird.
What, like right, so like an actual size car, or is it small?
It's like a small, like kind of go-kart kind of size, and it was just on the
What?
pavement. Yeah, it had a little flag on it. It was really. This was quite a while ago as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't anyone just pick it up?
I don't know. It was really, really strange. I don't know who controls it or if it's all just GPS. I don't
It's
know.
definitely it's definitely like autonomous or like yeah. I don't think it's like someone with, oh, it might be, but I'm not sure. It just seems like pretty pointless. But I saw something similar where they did the drones.
Oh yeah.
And then they were
I
flying in America, and it was like they were speaking to some guys about, well, basically it's like shoot something and get a prize out of the sky. They're just shooting it in the air, and he just drops, like
the package.
some makeup wipes, like great mint, peppered with lead. So yeah, Elon Musk is at it again.
James says hello from Vegas.
James, hello from Vegas. Welcome, guys. We've had some issues with our mic, so we're going off. We're improvising. Yeah, let us know what it sounds like, James, and hope you guys are having fun out in Vegas. I expect there's a lot going on like that. They do the CES show out there as well, don't they? What's it like over there, James? What's the weather like? Have you still got a bit of sun? Hopefully you do. It's awful here. It's taking a turn. What else do we have? So we got the China reaches a new milestone with space-based quantum communications. So it's released a new satellite into orbit. So at the moment, right, what happens with satellites is we rely on. So we go to Vodafone or EE or similar phone carriers, and we pay for their service, and our phones then speaks to a local mast, and that mast then bounds our signal up to a satellite. But these new satellites, apparently, you'll be able to use your phone directly to the satellite.
Oh, okay.
So cutting out the middleman again. It's kind of like Starlink. Have you heard of Starlink? Elon Musk again?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You can get that like attached to your business, or your like. I think they do it for houses as well, but they're designed for houses that are really rural, or you get most carrier services won't be able to help you, like BT, or they would struggle, or it would cost a lot of money.
Okay.
So Starlink is good because they send directly to their what am I thinking of now?
What, the
Just
satellite?
said it, the satellite, yeah. So again, more space. Again, look, all these people, they're trying to. They're I guess it's beneficial. But yeah, interesting that it's China actually dominating, because more often than not, you don't really see that in mainstream news. But it's good to see. Yeah, and I don't really know a lot about that, to be honest. So I think we might skip on. Yeah, there's so. Do you know how many satellites are out in space right now?
How many?
There is so many. Let me have a look now. Let's have a look. What do you think?
I literally have no idea. I know very little about space.
Satellites in space right now. This is like. So okay. Oh my God. So there's low Earth orbit. There's 3,000. Medium Earth orbit contains 136, and then high orbit there's 50. So there's 56. There's 139 medium orbit, and there's 3,000 low orbit. There's loads going around.
Who puts them up there? Just companies?
The likes of SpaceX, Starlink, Hubble Space Telescopes. I guess, yeah. That's an interesting point. Like, how do they get out of it? To me, setting up a rocket each time is like very costly. I'd want to like slingshot it up there or something,
Yeah,
a huge slingshot. I feel like that would work.
And then it did what? Just gets stuck in the Earth's orbit and just stays
Yeah,
there.
so it will. Yeah, it will. But there must be a point where you go just outside the orbit where gravity won't pull you in.
Yeah, but that's
It has
mad.
to be, or unless there's got to be some kind of engine on it that every now and again just propels it slightly further away. Otherwise, like all things gravity based, it will just pull in straight away or over
come
time.
crashing down.
Yeah, come crashing down. I mean, it does happen quite a lot because there's a lot of space debris up there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, and it just a lot of it gets burnt up in the atmosphere, but a lot of it just drops on Earth.
Oh, okay.
Scary stuff. And very tough to explain. Imagine that, like a sky dish lands on your house.
Yeah, well, will the insurance pay out for that?
I don't know. I feel like that's something definitely worth a look at. I bet they wouldn't. You didn't get space cover.
Yeah, didn't get the space cover.
You didn't get the space cover. It was $1.99. It was $1.99 because literally, if you're an insurance company, you would definitely. I'm gonna have a look at that. There's definitely a clause in there. They would not pay out either because they'd be like, ooh, you didn't read the terms and conditions. No one does.
Everything but space.
Everything but space. Space. What else have we got? Oh, I've just got stuff. I don't actually have anything else. I think is that all of them. Or 9 ways AI help tackling climate change. Climate change, eh? That's one. Iceberg melting. Okay, AI knows when and how fast our icebergs are melting. I feel like we've known that for a while. I feel like we've got enough data to understand how quickly it's happening. Mapping deforestation with AI, that's depressing. We're doing it. So it's like, ooh, great. Like, this is how fast we're doing it. It's something crazy. Like, deforestation is happening. Like, it's something like every minute, it's like a football pitch of forest. It's sad.
It is sad.
Climate risks, Africa, there's a lot going on. I felt like, yeah, climate change as well. A lot of people don't want to know about it, but it is happening. I just don't think it'll be happening in our lifetime. But or change or anything that's going to drastically impact us. Although, I mean, look at places around the world. Look at Florida right now.
Oh yeah, that is it. All the tornadoes,
the storms and everything. You know, I guess like you're seeing. I think you're getting really, really dry areas of the world. It's got to have a price. And on one side of the world, you're having record-breaking droughts, and on the other side of the world, you've got like record-breaking not blizzards, but like hurricanes and things like that. There's always everything has to have a cost. It's like there's an opposite of something always happening. If it's dry one area of the world, it's going to be like soaking wet the other side. So it's like always got a countering force. But yeah. Any more questions?
No more questions. No.
No more questions?
Been going for 28 minutes.
28 minutes though. We've actually rambled on a little bit. So I think I might call it there, guys. So if we haven't got anything more, this has been the JLC TV Live installment, and on Monday we do tech stories. We've just talked about all the tech some of the main headlines in the tech industry at the moment, but we will be doing the same. No, we won't. Tomorrow is Tech Tuesday?
No, tomorrow is just a product highlight kind of.
Okay,
day.
So tomorrow we're going to be talking about JLC products, and we're going to be spotlighting one of those as well, so be sure to tune in. And we do this every day 1 p.m. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.